When talking about tribology is the science of interaction of two surfaces. There are some categories. One is friction, which tap on the wear, lubrication, which tap off the wears, and the wear itself. Regarding the friction, it's the resistance of sliding between two surfaces in contact. They can be dry friction or fluid friction. Fluid friction is called viscosity, and the study is called rheology. Dry friction can be dynamic or static. Regarding viscosity can have characteristics of Newtonian and the fluid can have characteristics of Newtonian or non-Newtonian forces, non-Newtonian characteristics, and can have time and rate dependent characteristics as well. Now we'll talk about dry friction. There are three laws of dry friction. Number one, coefficient, the force of friction is coefficient of friction into load. Any two surface will have its specific coefficient of friction. Ceramic and ceramic has 0.05. Metal on metal is 0.8 coefficient of friction. Native hip has coefficient of friction of 0.01 to 0.04, and knee has 0.005 to 0.02. Second law, the static friction is independent of apparent area, but dependent on the true surface area. This can be further explained by the apparent surface area, and when the surface area and the asperities are compressed and make a true surface area. Third, dynamic friction force is independent of the sliding speed. Regarding the wet friction, viscosity is internal friction of the fluid. Shear force, a force causing layer of fluid move relative to each other. Rheology is the study of science of deformation of fluid. As per viscosity is equal to shear stress divided by shear rate. As the shear rate varies, the shear stress varies in the same proportion. Newtonian fluid obeys the Newtonian law. In this, the shear stress is proportional to the shear rate, like water, thin motor oil, synovial fluid in rheumatoid arthritis. Non-Newtonian fluid does not obey Newtonian law. They can be divided into two: pseudoplastic, which is called shear thinning. They can be synovial fluid or paint, or dilatant, which is called shear thickening, like fluid, percolated solid, or clay or slurry mixture.